Okay, do a little bit of thief, and then we will switch to something else. Something may even be something new.
Did you scope it out? The Water City Council building?
Security's tight, like you guessed.
And the Baron's bust?
Solid gold.
What?
Sour face attached. Problem is, the bust's locked up at night with this special security mechanism.
Pulling the job off. Let some other thief hang for trying to steal the Baron's bust.
Give it up! Going to run to the watch!
Wait. Wait. You're joking. How do I get up to the rope? That's why we save first. I thought he was going to take a running leap to the rope. How do I get to that rope? What the hell is that light in the sky? Oh. Wait a minute. Get out of my way. Look, you've got coin. Get out of here. Another guard to deal with. Nice territory, just popping in over there. Yeah, I think I gotta get up top. I missed this. Never mind, I was already here. shiny?
Comfort's necklace. This should put the teeth back in her smile.
Whatever the hell happened here. So is that just a waste of a rope arrow? Can't actually get into those rooms? The hell just activated? I literally don't know what that switch did. Oh. That's what that switch did. Yeah, it changed the pick position again. I started over here on the right, but the actual pick position is up above. And sometimes it moves, so that achievement of lock picking really quickly is going to be incredibly difficult. And I thought this was going to go into the secret area. I don't want that rope arrow to be wasted. But it looks like that's all it is just a waste of a rope arrow.
I'm trying not to be miserable. I can't tell if you wrote this before or after.
Falling from the precipice of all we held to hope, alighting on a carapace of twisted ash and rope.
After he caught the gloom.
tumbling through the cracks in time like feathers turned to lead to wreathe themselves in endless mime about the writhing dead. And all the shattered, flailing past to sink into the loam, the buildings follow suit. At last, the soldiers home.
Now, what do we...
Walk this path to see this place where dreams can fall like rain upon the sleeping wash of space where love knows only pain. Still missing piece number one. For
Shady vein.
Shadows litter broken ways and wash against the grass, feeding on the silent sprays of fallen fans of glass. Falling from the precipice of all we held to hope, alighting on a carapace of twisted ash and rope. Then tumbling through the cracks in time like feathers turned to lead, to wreathe themselves in endless mime about the writhing dead. Walk this path to see the place where dreams can fall like rain upon the sleeping wash of space where love knows only pain. When all is shattered, flailing past to sink into the loam, the buildings follow suit at last, and soldiers dream of home.
I know that name. One of the underground rivers. Levac's den. The way money changes hands in this city, I've probably stolen these coins 10 times before.
It. it is. What am I missing?
I'm starving.
I don't see any place to get into that one other building over there, and I don't see any place to turn off. Crap. Yeah, how do I get on the other side of this door? No open place in the floor. There's no place in the ceiling. I'll just shut my goddamn mouth now.
I'm done here. And so is Eddie's business. He'll be leaving town on the river soon enough. In a boat or under one.
Something's there.
Ah, there you are. I'm dreadfully Try coming back at a later date.
You've cleaned me out for now.
I've something for all your nefarious needs. Until next time.
Would you help an entertainer?
Like the name Genevieve. Never could figure out why.
Back so soon, eh?
Oh, shit.
Pleasure doing business.
Fuck you, dude.
Ah, ready to go?
Now I remember why I don't like boats.
Well, I hate swimming a whole lot more, so get in. Now, I'll take the oars. You row about as well as I can dance.
Sure. The exercise will do you some good.
So, what does Aaron have to do with Moira?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Huh?
Spirits. You know, the dead coming back to haunt the living. Punish them.
You think Aaron's haunting you?
I don't know, perhaps. I remember a ritual. Some kind of an explosion. Aaron died. I'll never forget it. And everything else is gone.
Ah, come on, Garrett. I know you wouldn't have put that gal in harm's way. She'd have put herself there easy enough.
There's an answer in here somewhere. I could feel it.
This place has gone oddly quiet since there was a riot here. Some patients escaped. A few boats have come in. Nothing has come out. Garrett, I don't know what you expect to find in there, but be careful. Don't become a ghost yourself.
I've been a ghost all my life. It's been a long time since this island had a good reputation. Will I really find you here?
Look.
Okay. Seems someone's expecting me.
Ghosts it is. The whole eye.
You shouldn't be here.
Is it the asylum that's haunted or me? Why were you here? Aaron was here, and the female ward is probably a good start.
Wait, and now... wait. Now there's boards on the door? The hell? I get the door closing, but boards on the door? What? Burp. That first flash was at the lower left, but it ended up being in the upper left. The lower right is where it flashed. Then the actual unlock point was the upper left. On that second dot there. Receive patient number 18. Young female, admitted by the state and delivered under guard. Condition moderate to poor. Numerous abrasions and broken bones. Arrived drugged and unconscious. Instructed to keep her that way, due to extreme violent tendencies when not sedated. Moved to women's ward, central seclusion for observation and treatment. Nurse Aubermill. What the hell? Oh, it's a revolving door. Oh, okay. Women's ward. Okay. Men's ward. Okay. So we'll check the men's ward first. Patient number 63 has been sneaking out of her seclusion, creating disturbances in the men's ward. The vent from the showers appears to be her point of egress and has been sealed with threaded screws. Observation will determine whether this measure was successful or not. Nurse Aubermill. Huxley, I notice you've been absent quite frequently of late. I know the shifts in reformation are difficult for you to bear, but we all must do our part to ensure the well-being of our most grievously ill patients. I have also noticed that lately you appear to be limping. Get Dr. Stedman to look you over. We need all our nurses in top shape while our patron is on the prowl. tension, excitable patience. The history of Moira Asylum is a fascinating one, not accepting the recent debate over whether it is more prison or hospital. The venerable widow Moira saw it as a place in which to treat the wounded of soul and heart, where one may recover from the world's ills to the soothing sounds of surfer silence. However, Baron Ulysses, in his infinite wisdom, originally saw it in a place where he could be rid of the city's degenerates, all for the price of a generosity unmatched in our current age. This is a large location. I'm not. This place is so large. I'm not even sure where to start. Let us not forget, however, that the care of the mentally ill comes with a price. We must pay it with our care, with our patience, and with our blood. For it is of our blood that these poor creatures come, and it is to us that they owe their particular sentiments. Take, for example, the master sneak thief, so attributed to these times of woe. He is a man sorely tempted by that which to him does not belong, a misplacement of desire to see the world in an order which it must not deviate from. Ooh. Oh, hell. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. That's awesome. That's awesome. Props to this, whether it be the devs, the story writer, whoever. That was awesome. Oh, wait a minute, wasn't this wrecked initially?
Good find.
The headaches are getting worse. Some days I can barely see straight. I should be documenting my symptoms, but they come and go so rapidly at times that I'm not sure I felt them at all. All I can discern is that they seem to grow stronger the closer I am to Dr. Huntfield's patients. That shouldn't even be possible. It could just be the mental strain of blocking out all the screaming. I swear he torments them on purpose when he knows it's my shift. I guess I should add paranoia to the list of symptoms. Hey. Spoons? Yes, spoon. And fork. Okay, no, it should have just all been spoons.
This should get me into the female ward.
I found a special cache today left by someone like me. Little pieces of copper as old as the city and a strange painting. We think the same way, so there must be more. There's a noise in the walls sometimes, a clicking that sounds like my heartbeat. I have to have it. I will have it. Soon. No loitering in the halls, no noise making in the rooms. Keep doors closed.
What was hidden must be uncovered, no?
Patient number 29 is showing remarkable progress following the removal of patient number 18 from the women's ward. He has become both tractable and agreeable. One could assume he is almost his normal self, though I admit I am keen to see him in the treatment center for further study and analysis. His condition is not currently severe enough to warrant a transfer to reformation. However, if he were to resume his previous percussive demonstrations of anxiety, we must never forget that the bonds of mental illness are both invisible and insipid. He may require treatment yet. Dr. Huntfield. What? Let's load my last save and see if I have full health or not. I do have full health. So that was an actual threat.
My kind of patient.
Double locks have been placed on the archivist's doors, as various supplies have been going missing. How he's getting out, I don't know, but I suspect the watchman has been helping him. I've relocated the ladder from M10 to M2, so the two are no longer neighbors. That should quell their shenanigans for a while. Dr. Stedman.
If you got hold of this key, send a thief to catch a thief.
I don't. And I'm damaged to you. Not sure what's going on.
My kind of patient. If you got hold of this key, send a thief to catch a thief.
I don't think it's something that chases after me. I think it just wanders. And if I just happen to come in contact with it, that's when it hits me. I think that's what's going on. Okay, that was genuinely freaky. Those are... Okay, I need to... Eliza, I know your opinion of me, but that doesn't discount the work I do here. Regardless of your personal qualms, I get results. The same can't be said for the coddling that happens up in the regular wards. How many patients have you cured in the last month? The last year? If your role as a doctor is too stressful for you, you might want to consider another profession. I hear the House of Blossoms is hiring Dr. Huntfield. Fuck, dude. What an asshat. Is that a thing of food?
These are the Baron's locks.
Women's ward key has been relocated to my desk in the men's ward. The dancer had been sneaking out to steal it and torment the linguist. If you need it, which you shouldn't, come and see me when I'm on duty. Dr. Stedman.
What's so important to him in an asylum?
Weren't kidding about calling this a breezeway. Oh. Oh. I need to go down the stairs. Yeah, it's a food item. Voices are getting louder. Every time I go near her, they start screaming. My hands are shaking so badly, I can't even sign the register. What do I do? My hair, my fingernails, my teeth, it's like I'm falling apart. I can't go down there again. I can't keep doing this. Dr. Stedman will understand. I'll explain myself and get transferred back to the city. Everything will be all. Got interrupted. Policy on writing materials. Writing materials may only be used under strict supervision. Writing materials are to be provided only when the patient can express a goal. No pens with metal nibs are to be given to patients. Self-expression is not a valid form of cognitive therapy. I disagree with number 4. Creative writing, drawing, painting. Those are not forms of cognitive that word that I forgot. Therapy. According to these guys. Still no way to get the food.
Perhaps there are some kind of medical records that could tell me more.
Okay. What did I stumble into? We're gonna all change positions, right? Yep. Dr. Stedman, Huntfield heard about the little dust-up you had in the dining hall the other night. He's gloating and strutting about, saying he'll soon have authority over patient 18 due to your professional negligence. I wouldn't be surprised if you put 79 up to it in the first place. Keep an eye on him. He's far too excited about getting his hands on a new test subject. H. Not sure what happened there. Lessons for mental health. Repetition soothes troubled mind. A lack of excitement promotes healing. Noise is the enemy of well-being. Obedience is the first sign of recovery. Um, guess that's situational. In reality. Somebody's here. Patient 18 is an extraordinary creature. When not sedated, she screams about the thousands of voices and thrashes so violently that we had to triple her restraints. The main phrase she yells is for someone to wake up but who she is talking to is unclear. I had patient 22 brought into the treatment room several times in order to watch their interactions. He did not touch her, but became violent when removed from her presence. I can only hope Northcrest will allow me to attempt my new extraction technique soon. I had the device created specially for this task, and it would be a shame to let it rust simply because Elias can't handle a little blood.
Won't someone bring Edwina her wine? She's been waiting so long.
Thurlow, Dr. Huntfield seems to have come down with a disfiguring ailment of the back. He has trouble standing upright and performing his operations. He asked me to examine him, but I'm afraid I could find nothing wrong. Of course, he then called me a failure and stomped away, so I neglected to mention that the back of his head is now entirely bald, or that his left leg is beginning to twist as he walks. I may suggest he try his own electrotherapy techniques. I'm sure his patients would be more than happy to apply the treatment on his behalf. E. Melancholia is the symptom most reported by today's caregivers, for which there is a remedy both simple and effective. It requires the application of extreme those areas of the body which may, to touch, have the feel of clamminess or wetness. As for the drier areas of the skin, where one may find a vigorousness unbecoming of mortal flesh, the repeated submersion of the patient into a vessel containing water no colder than an eighth of a degree above freezing shall draw from that body part the very obstinacy that so afflicts its owner.
Such a sea of change coming tonight.
But wait a minute, there was something in there. Yeah. Hope it's not too far back. Okay, it's not as far back as I was. I was concerned it was further back.
Won't someone bring Edwina her wine? She's been waiting so long.
Okay.
There's a fog coming tonight. A chill coming tonight. Such a sea of change coming tonight.
Oh. Wasn't lit up this time. The orb wasn't there. Okay. joking, right?
Look, I've made a wreath of white poppies for her pretty dark head.
Patient 14, the watchman, caught peeking into windows and following strangers, treated with solitary confinement. Baker, admitted for having hot skin, undergoing hydrotherapy. Patient 63, the dancer, murderer who torments patient 79. Shamelessly promiscuous. Regular sessions with Huntfield. Treatment unknown. Patient 31, the archivist, uncontrollable urge to steal, occasional electrotherapy. Patient number 22, father, the Duke, considered very dangerous, related to the patron. The biggest secret after number 18. Find out more. This is the... Oh, okay. This is the top area. This is where you normally come in at. So, then how do we get over here?
She can't stay here. It's too dangerous.
Okay, so... I wonder if there was an area that you could climb up to and climb on the men's ward. Obviously a way to get to that. where was the area back? Here, it was right here. Okay. Well, this is quicker to check than I thought it would be. Okay. Creature was right there.
I could have told them you were
It pains me to confirm your inquiry, but in fact, patient number 18 will undergo procedure in room 3F as you fear. I thought we'd closed the door on that room of horrors years ago. The subject is classified for selective experimentation on the instruction of Baron Northcrest himself. The last time I sign a patient over to the treatment center. I need doctors, not butchers. Huntfield will be taking over the subject in all aspects. I pity the girl, Thurlow. May she find peace somewhere in her madness. Nurse Ambermill.
But what did you do? Show me.
All patients have been exhibiting increased aggression of late. We had similar incidents last year when patient 18 was in the central seclusion, but those ceased with her removal to reformation. Still, the behaviors occurring now show disturbing similarities. Patient 82 actually growled at me when I brought her meal this morning. A child should not be able to make those noises. All we can do is continue to provide the care that they need. I will not be responsible for sending any more patients to Huntfield's abattoir. Nurse Abermill. Aubermill. Hell? What is that thing? Patient number 79 has been experiencing increased delusions of demons in the corners. Recommend cognitive therapy with Dr. Stedman to calm her. Patient was found to have drilled holes in his walls again. Moved to 7M and cautioned. Recommend no forks or knives during meal times to avoid reoccurrence. Patient 49 moved from 3M to 4M. Consistency of noise was disturbing patient 16, causing him to scream at varied intervals. Patient 78 continues to insist that her presence is accidental and that she is sane. Recommend lobotomization if her delusions continue. Patient 45 is evidence that the procedure is a massive success. Dr. Huntfield continues in the delusion that he should have jurisdiction over the entire asylum. Recommend he pull his head out of his arse and stop suggesting lobotomizations in the office logbook while I'm off duty. I like that. I like that. Yet Moira Asylum is not without its share of troubles. Battered by the constant to and fro of coastal winds, it has a melancholy and beleaguered atmosphere not common to the more grounded buildings of the city, nor does it want for draughts and other embellishments. Staff are both courteous and cheerful despite their conditions, for which they are to be commended. Most startling yet, however, is the fertile soil of the asylum's inland, within which have been sown the many seeds of wildflowers no longer common to the more civilized surrounds to which we have become accustomed. Passing beyond this point constitutes a strict confidentiality agreement. Experimental techniques remain the property of their respective owners. Anyone found copying the use of these techniques is liable for treason under the Medical Act of whatever this year system they use it. And that's where we'll cut the stream, and I'll switch to something else. Yeah, this whole asylum location, holy shit, man. I want there to be a like in sort of in the style of this asylum, okay? Think about a game like this, okay? Infinite IKEA, right? Where it's all procedurally, it's random, it's infinitely generated, but instead of a big open room, it's this fucking asylum. Or just not necessarily this asylum, but an asylum, right? To like this level of haunted, but infinite, randomly generated, a whole bunch of monsters, not necessarily ones that are not necessarily many that just come and chase you down or are hard to avoid, or a whole sort of like SCP containment breach thing, only much more area to explore and find things. Introduce a shopkeep type guy. What are you buying? And just like this game, you steal things and you give him the shopkeep guy things for certain things that you need, equipment, supplies, health, whatnot. And he's his placement's randomly generated. He has a random stock of the things he sells, right? Random entities, patients, whatnot, ghosts. Most of the time they'll be ghosts, but occasionally it'll be an actual patient. I think the biggest threat would probably, or one of the biggest threats would probably be the ward staff, which that's where another aspect of the Infinite IKEA comes into place. Comes into play and be like the staff from the Infinite IKEA. There'd be different kinds of staff. There'd be brutal staff, which would beat you down. There'd be staff that would grab you and put you into a locked room. If you don't have a lockpick, you're fucked. Right? So you get locked into the room and you have a lockpick, you can try to lockpick your way out and continue about your business. Like, there's so much potential for a game like that. The world, there would be a good number of open spaces, but mostly it'd be hallways and small rooms, I think. There'd be broken down parts where you'd have to use free running to advance. There'd be keys you'd have to collect or find in order to open up certain rooms. Not necessarily like a linear progression like SCP Containment Breach where your goal is to get to the end, but just you find this type of key, you find this type of key, you can open up this type of door, open up this type of door, so on and so forth. Basically any kind of lock that's too complicated for a simple lockpick to get through. I just see lots of potential for a game like that working. I think it'd be pretty cool. And you just have to go as far overboard as you possibly could with all the different creepy interactions and placements and generation that you possibly can. Like, you would need hundreds. You would need Like that one, like, okay, like a random patient. You see a patient, and as you get close, they walk off screen, right? Walk around the corner to where you can't see them, and then they're just gone. That would be one type of instance. Be a random patient. There'd be different walking animations, so it wouldn't be like, oh, it's just it's just a ghost, right? You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know because there'd be other patients that would actually be patients walking around like that. That's just one thing that could happen. You need hundreds of things that could potentially happen. Just to keep the player on their toes. There'd be so that you need to include so many things that could potentially happen in this game that the player just, it's not possible to memorize all of it. And that would make a great game. That would be amazing. It'd be sort of like infinite IKEA back rooms. It's just large expansive area with variation on how like haunted or eventful any location is. That would be varied as well. So there would be highs and then there would be lows. You could come across one of the big cell areas that just don't have any events whatsoever, and you could come across the small like room that has like 3 separate events going on at the same time. Like this, that would be awesome. I would be honored to work on a game like that. To design it and plan it out, because I've got so many ideas to get something like that going. If I was any competent with programming, any competency with programming, if I had a computer that could actually, handle something like Unity. Well, not Unity with their scummy practices that they've basically employed now, but I don't know, Unreal Engine or something like that. I'd probably go for trying to, learn how to make a game. That would be probably the first one. That would be the one I'd be going for. Well, the first major one to be going for. I'd probably make a lot of smaller games as I'm learning how to program, but with the goal of making this big, overarching game a reality. I just think it would be really cool. Anyway, time to switch. Now.